Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for popping by. I've not long got home from work, had a play with the dogs, done the usual tidy up, and thought I've been working in this very cheap art journal notepad book thing. It was $2 at the op shop. But I keep looking at the cover, and today I decided I'm going to dress it up. I have no plan except I have so many paper towels when I watercolour that I thought I'd glue some on and go from there. So let's see what happens. I love a no plan crafting session, except having fun. I just tried to find a container to put some of my Mod Podge in so I don't have to keep opening the big one. But I sold them all at the garage sale. They were perfect. I should have kept a couple. In saying that, I probably have some because I haven't unpacked everything yet. And I love this notebook because I can do anything in it, because it's one of those, it's like anything goes, whatever I feel like on the day. It is a sketchbook, I think, but it's very cheap. And I've done watercolor, acrylic. I'll do a little flip through of what I've done so far with it, but I'm just going to randomly whack on some of these pretty bits of paper towel. I guess it's like napkin, isn't it, when you think about it? I've got two different types, so I've got different textures. And let's see where it takes us. I thought about putting like a focal point on the front. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe one of my paintings, maybe as, you know, like a topper, because I've done some smallish ones. This is mostly watercolor in the paper towel, so I'm not sure if it will stay put with the Mod Podge, but we'll see. And I haven't really done anything like this in ages. Just get in there and have fun and be messy. I did sandpaper the cover lightly with an old piece of sandpaper, worn down bit, just to rough it up a bit so the Mod Podge might adhere better and the paper towel might adhere better. I'm being mindful of the edges too, because I don't want to stick it down, although the first page in my book is blank, so it wouldn't be too bad if it got stuck to that. So that's a bit of that. And do you know what I've found I do? I don't know why, maybe it's the tripod, but I'm right-handed, but I seem to let work from the left, so I'm always reaching over and getting in the way. So I'm really going to try and change that. Not today. Not today. I think some of these are, I don't know if it's a 2-ply. I think that's a 1-ply, and this might be a 2-ply. So it's quite thick. But I think as an underneath something or other, it will be pretty cool. I hope that's the plan. And because I pretty much work with the same colour palettes, it should all go together quite nicely. This one's quite damp. I do like that colour. It's cute, nice. It's raining again. We've had so much rain. It's beautiful. There's a nice strip there. Let's put a strip on. What else is here? I've got this really bright one because I was playing with something but I'm not, it's a baby wipe. I don't really want to use that. I want it quite, not really opaque, but not translucent. Transparent, translucent, one or the other. When it's dry, it'll be interesting to see. Is that a bit of dirt? Oh, a bit of the something. I like these blooms that happen in the paper towel. So I haven't got into the habit of using fabric for wiping off my watercolour. I always use paper towel because I love how it just absorbs that excess water. But I've actually not wasted any of the paper towel because I use it, as you can see here. What else do I have? Got a bit of this pink. There's pink there. Stick it on and then I'll worry about gluing it down in a minute. It works a little bit like napkin. If you can see here, it's kind of bunched up. I'm trying to just smooth it out. So I'm going to just have a little hunt and see what else I have just to break it up a bit. I really like these blooms. I want those on there. A tiny one. It's a nice bright one. It kind of looks like a strawberry. Might be too much, actually. Anyway, I can cover it up later. Doesn't matter. Oh, I've just dumped my brush right in the container. So I want a small one. Where's that other bit here? So I'm going to let that dry and have a little hunt to see what else I have that will go with this. See you in a minute. Okay, it's dried, and as you can see, it's very see through the thinner 1-ply, and that's okay. At the beginning I thought I should gesso, and I went, can't be bothered. So what I'm going to do is get splish and put on some acrylic paint here and there. Do I have white? I'm sure I had a white tube, but goodness knows. I do have white. Because I was thinking, okay, what haven't I used in ages? This. I have not used these in so long. Now, so I've got these liquidy ones. And I've got this pigmented inks. I love this colour. It's called, I don't even know, phthalo green. Oh, let's just see how that goes. See what it comes up like and see if I'm happy with it. I'm going to use a biggish brush. I think the white first. Here and there. Just to brighten it up a bit. Bit of texture. Now, I might add some other colours. I'm not even going to wash my brush. Because, actually, I want it to go this horizontal. Maybe some of this metallic green, which is lovely. And I think got a lot of green on here. I'm really losing all that colour from the can't talk and paint, can you tell? I'm losing all the colour from the paper towel, but I know it's there and it brings out that texture. And I'll just rinse this off. And maybe just a few little, because this is quite strong, this liquid pigmented paint. I was going to say tape then. Okay, stop. Stop, Coralie. I'm going to let that dry and come back with something else. Alright, the other day I was cleaning up and I found some craft foam, which I've had stashed for ages, so rehash your stash. So I made some little stamps, just random cut up and glued onto some cardboard. So I thought I would paint some gold on here and stamp it on. You know what? I think I'm going to go this way because I keep placing it that way, and that's kind of the way I work, but I do turn it around when I'm actually painting. I'm using this tube, which I've had for so long. It's quite a nice gold. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out on the colour paper towel, but we will soon see. I just sprayed a tiny bit of water in the paint just to give it a bit of motion, so it doesn't dry out completely while I'm working with it. I want it quite thick. Yeah, I had fun with these stamps. I'll show you what I did with them the other day. All right, let's try. We ready? Pretty good. Let's do another one. I found when I first used the foam, I was using watercolor and it just beaded. But after probably the first one, the second after that was fine. So it must have just soaked up what it needed to soak up, and now I get a smooth. Well, I did when I was working the other day. I got a nice smooth finish. Yeah, so you can have all sorts of fun with craft foam. And my idea was to make my own stamps, but I just hadn't done it. And I love wonky. I'm a bit of a wonky person. So, I love my stuff a little bit raw and organic looking. Although when you look at a rainbow in the sky, they are so pretty much perfect, aren't they? That reflection. Just a bit of bling. I've also got glitter, so I think I'm going to paint some glitter on it because I haven't used that in such a long time. And it was Amy at Doki Doki Forest who was using dragonfly glitter that prompted me to go, hey, I haven't used my glitter paints in ages, and I used to use them all the time. I mean all the time. Everything had it on there. But I've kind of been zoning into one thing for a while, and I was actually thinking of doing the it's like decluttering, and I did it a long time ago when I first moved house, years and years when my kids were little, and all those utensils, and I put in a box, and I kept that box in the pantry, and I'd pull out what I used, and after 6 months whatever was left in the box and I hadn't used, I donated to the op shop. So I'm actually thinking about doing that in my craft room, just having a huge tub next to me, and whatever I use, I put in that tub and I use out of that tub. And then after 6 months, go through my cupboards, go, well, I haven't used you in 6 months, so I think maybe do a rotation of a monthly box where they're the supplies I use. Let me know below if you have a system like that, or I know Lydia over at February and June does that with her washi tape, which is a cool idea. Alright, that's enough gold rainbows, I think. I was going to, I've got these hearts. I'm like, do I want some hearts in the middle of a different bright colour? I wonder, should I just do it? Should I just do it? Let's just do it. It's a $2 book from the op shop. You know me, I've got to have my hot pink. My hot pink. I could actually do multicolour, couldn't I? We'll see. We'll see. So this is the heart one I made. Very, very wonky. I'm thinking I want a contrasting colour. They're my hearts. What if I dab a bit of this in? I don't want to make mud. Okay, paint might not be thick enough, but we'll see. It's gone. That's that hot pink. Wow. Did I use the hot pink or the... I've used the wrong pink. I've used the wrong pink. Oh my God. Nah, can't even see it. Oh, I cracked myself up, honestly. Let's try the hot pink. I've got too much water on my brush. I've used all that paper towel, not all of it. Maybe I'll just paint them on. I was probably thinking the contrasting. Oh no, it actually dries lighter. Why is that? Why is that? Is the foam sucking the pigment out? That's weird. So weird. Alright. Hearts. Give it a good push. Oh, they're just a blob. That's alright. I know what they are, and I might go around them later or even stick something over it, but that's enough. Because what I was going to do, my old art journal had this Hessian. We call it Hessian here. You might call it burlap. And I painted it, but I cut a little pocket out. I'm like, do I stick that on? Do I stick a little pocket on? I might. And then I thought, oh no, I'll stick one of my watercolours on the front. But I think, no, it's a bit of a waste. I love that, actually. So we'll see. Anyway, let's let that dry, and I can do it leaning up. I don't care. I'm going to do a little flip through. So this is what it looked like before. Plain black. Oh, I've got stuff everywhere. And this is what it looks like now. It needs more, but I'm not sure what. Maybe that's just the background. So this is my practice journal where I just get out and play, and it doesn't matter what I do or how I do it. And I've used a lot of water in this, so it's a little bit crinkly. Had to go with making bubbles and then touching the bubbles with the watercolor paint. I love that. Turns out so cool. Had to go at some mushrooms, doodling. I want to experiment more on that with different colors and shapes. I don't know what this was. I was just using color, but I will turn that into something, I think. I got some new, are they the paints, or I think they're the acrylic sticks, paint sticks, and then I just did some doodles over the top. I did get some paints. I can't remember. These were my donated paints from a friend, so I used that. More circles, more bubbles, and just out of my comfort zone with the colors, trying to get away from those bright. So I used blues and greens. And after I did this, I went to this page and I did some bubbles and just dropped some watercolor, and then I had tea leaves and I just threw them on the page, closed the book, and of course it went through. But it doesn't look too bad, does it? Not sure what to do with this page yet. This is where I did the rainbow, so that is the fun sprays, and then I just painted my stencil with gold watercolor and stenciled that on. Quite like that. That'd be nice wrapping paper. And then I knew there was a stencil missing. This was the roundish one I made. I just used up old paints, scattered them around, and then put the blacks watercolor on and stenciled, and just dry brushed some gold over that. This was mucking around with toilet rolls with shapes, cutting out the ends and making shapes, so that's just mucking around. This was cleaning up my spare room, and I found an old costume I'd made for a party, and on that costume were these crepe paper streamers, and I thought, oh, I wonder what they'll do if I put them on paper and spray them with water, and that's what happened. Quite cool, but they're the only colours I had. And this I did the other day, drawing practice with watercolor and watercolor pencils afterwards. Yeah, So that's what I've been doing. Not sure what to do with this cover. I'm not sure about the black underneath. Even the white drying, showing the black underneath. Any ideas? Let me know in the comments. See you all soon. Bye.